Halloween 2018. We have a new self-titled Halloween film, and it seems like we get one every now and again. It's the latest rendition of the classic story. Completely scrapped all 7 or so pictures that came after, and in this one we're going 40 years into the future, where Laurie Strode is now a hardened, weathered, divorced, gun stockpiling character, and it makes sense. It makes sense in this universe. She has to know for sure that her enemy, her biggest threat, is never to be out again, is never to be able to stalk again and kill, and that's perfect. That's just what we need. It's her as the Dr. Loomis of today. She does a great job in this film. She does an excellent job portraying that. And if you were to cut out the original, you were to take a snapshot of her in that film and then one of her here in this one, it would be a dramatic shift, and it would be one that you would be quite shocked by. And that's what really added to this thing. I didn't see anything having to do with this film. So I didn't see a trailer. I always see a trailer because that tells me everything. I didn't see one for this. I didn't want to see one. The moment I knew they were going different routes and they were going to stay true to the original, I didn't want to mess around. I went into this film completely and utterly blind to the knowledge of any of it. And I think I heard that Laurie Strode was not going to be Michael's sister in a snippet of dialogue, and I immediately cut the trailer off. And I knew I wasn't gonna judge this one based on that. So saying that, I went into this, and obviously I'm a big fan. This is well, it's probably one of the earliest horror films I've seen, and it's one of the purest, in my opinion. It's one of the best, and I had to make sure they were going to do it justice. And everything works. Everything works in this film. They really have good dialogue. They really provided the best dialogue that you can, and you could kind of buy everything. You can kind of get on board with the kids, with the way they talk and the way they communicate and interact at school, and then going out of school and stuff like that. Those little bits of schoolyard banter, or just like rumors, just like gossip, and it's just like neighborhood folklore, urban legend type stuff. It adds to this kind of film, and I think it's good that we actually get that. We get in today's time, especially, we haven't had the backdrop of Halloween, the holiday, in a film, and it takes a movie like this to be able to put us back into that place of total eeriness, where everything is centered around, and in today's time of instant gratification and all this instantaneous access to information, you can be placed in that world of the unknown, and that is what Myers is. He is a character that is very mysterious, and he is the lone gunman in a very peaceful suburban setting. And his it's just like everything, like he's always been. And this rendition is probably what you want to see in a film. Halloween film, and I didn't really I didn't really expect it to be as scary as John Carpenter's. It wasn't. It wasn't like John Carpenter's. The writing was good. The way they set up each kill scene was good. The thing is, they don't. It's completely different from Carpenter's style. If you watch the first film, his style of setting up a scene like that involves tension in the stalking, in the peeking in of the windows, not knowing exactly where he's going to come in from, but knowing he's right behind you, and that's really unnerving. That really sets you on edge. That's the way it should be, and they do that just enough, in my opinion, in this film, for it to give you that sense that, yeah, he just disappeared, but just enough time it would take for him to get in the house and stab you to death. So he's not the same. He's not the same, and fair enough. It's 40 years later. He's been thinking about this. He's been anticipating it. And in this film, he's much more ruthless. And it's like in this if you saw the trailer, which many of you have, I can tell you that bathroom scene is really great. Is really great. It's like it works to me just like it because it feels like the Rob Zombie feel. It's daylight. It's kind of that drab, dank bathroom is very. It's very palpable. You could feel in the air. There's just a weirdness, and there's this kind of this dim natural light feel where it's just you and the door and these stalls, and that's what you have. And can you survive? That kind of feel. And it is very reminiscent of the Rob Zombie film. The way Rob Zombie directed his film, to me was amazing. Was brilliant. It was so interesting, so intriguing. How he just he made you want to kind of go back in time a little bit, because you were in this place where all the characters are just so messed up, so ruthless, just so terrible and trashy, and you just knew it was boiling something good and brewing something good. It was, and that's exactly what this scene reminded me of. It was just bloody, and that whole garage scene, really good, really on point, and that build up is amazing. The whole Halloween mythos is still true, and they did to this day. They took it and they picked the ball and they kept going with it, and y'all need to go see it, because because it's a great film. It's a great entry. It's like I said, like I would say the trailer. It's well shot, great cinematography. The it feels a little. It's just a little bit kind of pushed, and it just feels a little. It's like a little. It's a little kind of a little tight in my book. But it's a great outing, great entry. It's not as scary as the first. So, in that, I conclude this video and check out the trailer. Check out the trailer, but see the movie first.